paired up with the Athena here
Yeah.
on one side. Then you're
It's
talking
so
about the Prince
scary.
of Lanling, just trying to look to counter it. Let's see how this one goes.
I mean, this is a game of the junglers painting the map, right? Or the smite users painting
Correct.
the map. So we'll see which color kind of dominates the gorge, because if you give it to the side of HBSE here, I think they essentially paint the map blue really quickly.
I have an idea here. So Athena will be busy invading the enemy jungle, but Lanling won't be in his own jungle. He will be finding the enemy Hansing on towards Musang King and make his life miserable. It is about this annihilation coming in from the jungle here. Whose jungle falter first will be losing the game itself. This is game 3 between Vesakha Esports looking for 1 point on towards this best of 7, and HBSE looking to push it further in this game itself.
Thank you so much. As we go into game number 3 here, we knew that things were going to be spicy, right? But when you see that ball taking a little bit of damage in the top lane, he's going to be formless as bounced around. Ball's going to give up first blood.
No way. Once again, I mean, HBSE, the way they do this is so irritating, right? But that's the formula for success. And right now, Nev, he's going to try, and with that, they will be able to shut down Turn for the first time out of many times.
This is super smart by HBSE because you do something completely different, something that you have not done. You put Vivi in the top lane, Guyu will stack it up with that damage. Make sure you get first blood because you know that Jez is going to be dying. But if he doesn't give up first blood damage or first blood gold, it's a little bit of a different story.
Wow, I like that. I mean, you're reaching kind of a little bit, but
No,
you know what?
I'm right. I'm right. Just admit it,
some
right. Come on, buddy.
exercises.
All right, but now it looks like Vesakha here. This stealth is going to be annoying. Obviously, he needs to just, he will be finding his moments. And if anything, Jay, look at that chase after him. But how can you chase after a shadow? He's going to be killed yet again by Nev.
Caught.
Still going for it, but Nev just walking away.
All right, so I mean, at this point, Vesakha, thankfully for them, they are kind of still keeping pace in terms of the gold, right? But it's going to be so difficult.
Yeah. I mean, Jay's going to be trying to find out where Nev is at a moment's notice. But when he's got that stealth, it's kind of hard to keep tabs on him. So he's just going to be looking to take his own juggle. The whole ghosting is a very different strategy here.
I mean, yeah, that ghost term, it's like 2 different styles of ghosting, and look, he's just doing his job here. He's pulling away attention from the side of Vesakha, so he's going to give his life over and over again, that's fine. The important thing is, what does HBSE take out of this particular rotation?
So at the same time, they need to just push the waves, right? You force everybody to stay in lanes, not to let them go back in, because it literally took 4 of them to deal with Jay this time around. So you want to just limit that movement as much as possible.
Yeah, we'll take a look at Jay. He's going to set up. Oh, Kunyu is waiting, but thankfully they're able to, check them out.
Yeah, Jay down for the count yet again. But it looks like Guyu, he tried to make a play on this one. He's going to be picked off as well, giving that to Raven. But Gen Myth in the bottom lane, he's going to be chased out. He has the shields, and it looks like Gen Myth, he will get back to safety.
Makes it out, and this is great for the side of Vesakha.
Oh, the flash forward. Oh, John Young did not expect 3 members, though. That's a little bit on the scarier side. But now here comes Raven, also looking to flank the teleport in the bottom lane as well.
Yeah,
and Vesakha doing some damage. They've got a 1K net worth lead.
It's super cool, right? They're actually, able to hold their own. They also have the lead, which is not what you expect. HBSE at this point, now the jungle can be threatened. Now Nev can really see if he can make life difficult for the side of HBSE.
Yeah, Vesakha here, throwing signal to the face. Vivi will just be by himself, right? When you have Jed, the Athena, the roamer / jungler at this point, it's gonna be you're gonna be by yourself.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the later part of this game. If you take a look at Gen Myth here, he is going to be someone that provides a lot of value. He does have the long-range piercing poke. At the same time, that Wings of Judgment, I think, will be the big game changer against HBSE in the later parts of this game.
Yep.
But I want to really consider this Musang King pick here. This Hansing is definitely going to be the silent setup for the side of Vesakha.
Yeah, it's going to be completely off the mark. And you know Musang King, he's one of the most efficient junglers that we have in the KIC. And he's just going to be just off the map. You're going to be seeing a lot of deaths by Jen. You're thinking, this 7-1 scoreline, totally in favor of Vesakha. But come in the wings, that mid-game happens, Musang King is going to be there, and he's going to be so big and just be able to take everyone down.
Wait, didn't Church fall? There's no one that has the Ozio buff on the side of Vesakha.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. That is very weird. But now the Tyrant going to be started here by Vesakha. Jiyoung spun that out, but Musang King makes an appearance. And just like that, he gets the take, and he gets on out of this one. Whew.
It's super fast, right? And this is one of the strengths of the Hansing. I'm curious what build he's going for. We'll take a look at that later on. But for now, Nev you know, he's keeping pace. It's impressive he's kept a 1 level differential only. I mean, obviously trailing behind Musang King because everyone has been funneling stuff for him.
Yeah, everyone. It looks like they've got the damage and they find Ji-Hong. That's going to be a nice pick. And the Vesakha here in the bottom lane making the action happen, but now Jett in the top lane needs to be a bit careful. They have 3 members here, they take out Jett first, but here comes the truth, and they have Nev as well. They got the return one, and now they're gonna go for Ball here, who just goes for the minion waves, realizing that he's gonna be killed as well.
Yeah, beautiful teamwork from the side of HBSE. Musang King also has insane lifesteal.
Oh, the dive in, they find PV, they wanna go in, and just like that, Raven gets the pick off, light steps on back. And Cool Kid don't look at explosions, I would say.
I mean, they're going blow for blow. Vesakha is keeping pace. We take a look at the gold as well. They are neck and neck. There is no difference. Just doing his best to try and limit the farm that, you know, Vesakha Esports has. And once again, Musang King looking for Raven.
And now this is where things have kind of turned. Jed's been in the enemy jungle, but then now you have Musang King joining you as well. That's something that they need to be careful about. Nev cannot fight Musang King one-on-one.
Yeah, in fact, you know, Musang King, his target is not just Nev, it's the entirety on the side of Vesakha.
Yeah, and it looks like they've got Jed. Once again, they're going to take another pick off in this one, just being that annoying gnat, if you will, this entire game.
Yeah, so once Stir gives information on the side for HBSE, then they will make that initial rotation down. Take a look at the wave clear here, right? They make a very conscious decision. They're going to share the farm in the mid lane for Musang King and Ji-Hong. At the same time, VV knows he's safe. He's going to go all in on that bottom T1 as well. Now, if you're fresh to Garuda, this is the most common skill combination you're going to use. Second skill to get the shield. First skill to lay the damage down. Hang on.
No, they found Ji-Hong yet again. That's going to be the pick off here, but Raven's going to be picked off as well. Junyoung is a little bit low. The Unending Sorrow, and he wears the Wings of Judgment, looking to zone them away. And I feel like he's like all big brother. It's just like he's breaking up the fight.
Yeah, but at this point, HBSE are still the better team.
Yeah, and now they find Jett yet again. Junyoung gets that freebie, if you will. Jett back into the enemy jungle.
Look, I think VV has had a very safe game, right? I don't think it's fallen a single time. Maybe once?
Yeah. No, he's done a great job. I mean, as long as you stay alive in your farming, because he's like the last guy. I mean, Musang King will be the next one that threatens Vesakha, but then Vivi will take them over the edge.
Okay, agree. This is a nice situation if everyone groups up on the side of Vesakha. So it's just providing so much value.
Yeah, so much value. Look at that flank. The Unending Sorrow turned around. Musang King is the low one.
One more.
Guyu hasn't gone in yet. It looks like Jed's going to be left for dead. Junyoung looking to go in, finding Ji-Hong. They find Jed. He's able to survive, but Jed Myth gets picked off by Guyu, who just did a run by, and he finds him, gets the pick, but he trades his own life away.
Okay, 7.5 minutes here for the side of Vesakha as well as HBSE. VV, once again, so much value here.
They find Nev. He was just trying to invade the enemy jungle. He thought that he was free, but he actually walked in the arms of
Raven.
And that Crimson Golem. Raven actually going to light step forward. He's dancing all over the place, but he actually hasn't got the pick up on a VV. He's going to look to be picked up. No, he somehow survives. Gets the healing dew.
Yep, beautiful work. But Musang King, he's looking for an opening. Raven actually, he can outplay this situation, but both teams don't want to take that risk. Now, Jer has given them information on the side of HBSE. So we're just going to get a gold rankings here. Musang King obviously way ahead of everyone, 7.8, close to 8,000 at this point.
Yeah, and you were talking about how the Prince of Lanling doesn't really need that gold, but he's like, what, 6th place here? Is that a terrible spot to for him to be in at this stage?
I don't think so, because end of the day, his main target is to be able to shut down, right? And if the situation presents itself, he could be the chase down for Musang King, which would provide a lot of value, because he will be able to make the most insane rotation.
Has been defeated.
Okay, we're gonna look for that moment, right? Because right now he's kind of fallen off, and you're kind of thinking that jungle matchup, you know, how much is he able to keep on pace? And it looks like they find Jay yet again, but he's gonna start things off, and now here come the reinforcements with Guyu. He's got the Enlightenment on, but Musang King on the side, the Wings of Judgment, trying to take that as Golem, and Musang King looking to take that one away.
What a steal, man. Yeah. This is why it's so scary, because you can't really stun him. It's really hard to get your skills down onto a handshake. That's one of the benefits of picking up a handshake. A nice catch.
Yeah, nice little catch. Ball not off the backboard with that truth that's been expended by Guyu. Now he's getting gone on by that Storm Strike, but Genmith getting the kill. Ball is looking to walk away.
Yeah, Musang King actually caught his eyes on the Nev here, and this is not a matchup that Nev wants to take, because you can't win Musang King.
Yeah, you can at this point, but Raven is getting going on Jay with the ultimate value play, gets the pick off, and Jay is gonna walk away.
Yeah. Nev though, oh, he gets the shutdown back on the Zhihong. This is great.
Yeah, VV, if they're able to get this pick off, he's in a bad spot, so they do get revenge farm laner for farm laner, but HBSC with 3 members down, this is a bit of an opening for Vesakha now.
In fact, I would say it's a pretty big opening, right? They take the T1 in the mid, which is an essential tower to take. Vesakha at the same time, because of Bao's rotation on the top, he stopped that split push from Musang King. Musang King's value here as a jungler is not just damage, but also to be able to get the split pushes, get those T2s down. And so far, Vesakha have been successful.
Oh, Musang King stops the teleport from Ball. He has to force field suppression, but he does not really want to take this fight. Ball doesn't have the damage. Musang King does.
Yeah, man, that's a nice setup for them. But here, Green looking for a potential nice team kill here.
Oh, they take this away. The Tyrant is going to be used, but they find Nev in a bad spot. The Zilga Orb just with barely saving him. Nev looking for the ultimate recall if he's able to get away. And it looks like Nev right under the nose is Will. Junyoung is going to be picked though.
Yeah, but it comes at the cost of the Azure Golem for the side of Vesakha, right? So we will have to give that away. Musang King, once again, looking for the immediate trade on a Shadow Overlord here. We are past the 10-minute mark. And this one could really swing the doors open into the base of Vesakha Esports.
Shadow Overlord going to be with that serious push at this point, but HBSC doing a great job in terms of the map control that they have had. Vesakha have been very reactive, and they're behind about 2K because of it.
Yeah, I mean, I like this kind of seesaw action between the two teams, right? Because HBSC, we know the potency of the Athena, and very few teams have found a solution against it. Alpha 7 being one of the few teams that have won against that particular drop. But now Nev, he needs to be careful against BV here.
Yeah, they actually find Jay as well in the top lane. Be a bit careful, the Unending Sorrow with that Wings of Judgment, and Genmid is doing some serious damage, finding Guyu, running it down, gets that pick up onto him. Now Musang King is on the run. Bao looking for that Storm Strike to get on. He misses that one. He dodges around. It's like the Matrix for him, and now he's gonna get gone on the double dash away. And here comes Nev. He wants to go for cleanup. Not able to find him. He's under the tower. He went all in, and Nev actually misses.
Yeah, but they can take the T1 if they want to. Right now, it's about the other placements on the map as well. Look, immediately Musang King makes true value, and the summoning of the Shadow Overlord. Oh, they save it for the moment.
Yeah, they're going to save that one, but Musang King staying alive, that was the biggest one. If they were able to get that pick, Vesakha would have turned this game around. Ball misses yet another Storm Strike. It is so hard to get this gnat that is flying around like Musang King's been doing.
Yeah, he's like a slippery eel, right? Every time you feel like you have a grip on him, he slips out of control.
Okay, I've never grabbed a slippery eel, so I don't really know, but I'm going to take your word for it. That is very difficult to do, but this Vanguard in the top lane with the Shadow Vanguard, this is going to be a tough hole for Vesakha as they have to constantly just react to what HBSC are throwing at them.
Yeah, but if they do this and get a couple of kills, they could really quickly turn this around as well.
Yeah, now the Shadow Vanguard there. HBSC looking for some sort of assault on top of this. Baal uses that force field suppression. He's going to just kite out the Shadow Vanguard. Jay is there, being annoying as ever. Yeah. And eventually they will be able to take him down.
Okay, important part here is Nev is wave clearing. He's also providing information, right? He knows where Wave is at this moment.
Push back, the Wings of Judgment onto the minion wave. Junyoung looking for that nice little play. The Storm Strike is going to be there, but Guyu taking a lot. He's going to force this on back, and now they're going to be all-out retreat here. Vesakha now to get anything else.
We talk about the instinct, right? Take a look at the movement by HBSC. Every time they are under pressure, you know they just start running straight back. That could be a potential setup for the side of Raven as well as Junyoung to get the massive stuns as well as damage in.
Yeah, and also at the same time, you know that they're going to look to be run. If Nev is able to cut off that angle of retreat and to just like funnel them into him, they're going to have a much better time. But it looks like HBSC right now not able to do really like get caught out like that.
Yep, you can no longer tell. Oh, hang on,
BB though. Nev is going to be there. And now the Musang Kings, they find Nev, but he trades his life away. Musang King with that damage. Here's the Wings of Judgment, just the zone. Ball in the mid lane, dueling with 2 at this point. Ball taking a decent amount, and look at Musang King just going right to the minion wave.
Yep, he is one of the fastest junglers out there, and with this, if he gets his hands on the gem, it might be over.
Yeah, the Unending Sorrow going to be used. This is an opportunity for them. Musang King with that nice little knockup with that Silk Orb. They got him with the Truth, and Ball now taking a decent amount of damage as well. They have the force field suppression. He's under the tower, and Ball, he's going to be picked off as well, and Musang King does not care as he takes down everything. That's a team ace.
Yep, beautiful work from the side of HBSE, and now they can approach the tower. There is a wave of minions in the mid lane. Nev has to try and defend with Raven, but they are super squishy. If they get caught out, this game is absolutely over.
Yeah, it's looking that way, but Nev going the round. He wants to deal for the minion wave. Raven's going to be there as well, just trying to pull them away. Finding Jihong, he's doing a decent amount, but Nev is going to be picked off, and it looks like they've got this one. They have to back off, and Guyu gets picked off with that crystal. Jay and Musang King, those are the only two, and the crystal is the biggest one, and it looks like HBSC are going to take game 3.
This is representative of the series so far, right? It's so close.